I am for a school board election. I think that the school board members should be, CPS board members should be educators. It's very important because we're taking these kinds of drastic measures that are affecting a lot of lives, and it's very important that they themselves know and have been in these schools or have been in a classroom and have had some interaction with some of these students and parents. So I think that that would be wonderful for CPS to have board members that are previous educators. The moratorium will put a stop to the school actions that are going to be taking place, and it will then help CPS and the new administration get familiar with these communities, because every community is different. And what we need to do is we need to make sure that when we're taking an action, that when there's an action being taken, that you have community input and you have the community at the table when you're making these decisions that are very crucial to their children. We really need to look at how these school elections are going to affect students. Remember, the violence in the city of Chicago, it's at its highest, and it's very important that we really look out for the best interests of the student, especially when they're traveling from one area, from one community to another. Again, there's high violence in the city of Chicago. We hear it in the news every day. In my opinion, working with CPS, they're part of our task force right now, so they knew what was coming, in place when it comes to, to the legislature. Putting this moratorium, they knew ahead of time, because we have two members from CPS that sit on the task force. One of them is Mike Randina, and we still have Bill Gerstein that also shows up to these task force. He was part of the task force in the past, and now he's working on something else. But we've been working with them, and what I would like to see is really a genuine partnership with CPS, because I think that we're trying to build a bridge, and this is something that we've been telling them, and they've been a little resistful. They've been participating with the task force, but I think genuinely they need to really, be genuine about working together. Yeah, well, there's been a lot of studies right now that are talking about these school actions, how they're going to affect students. I mean, children need stability. They really need a safe place to go to when it comes to their education. They need a quality education. These actions are going to really be devastating to these families. The economy is bad. Some of the families are homeless. Some of the families are losing their homes. They're going through a foreclosure. Everything's up in the air right now for them, and just because of the economy. So adding a school action and closing down their school could be very devastating. And again, the violence in the city of Chicago is at its highest. So it's very important that we really engage the community and engage the parents. And believe me, parents are now very involved in what's happening. I mean, they're upset. They don't want to take this. It's very important that their children's lives are not at risk. Well, that lawsuit that the parents had filed, again, the parents were a sleeping giant, and now they're awakened. They know that it's very important for them to be involved. I think this is really going to create a momentum for parents to be more involved with their schools and be involved more with their children, make sure that they go to, report card day. They do now, but you know what? This is going to really create a momentum for the schools, and that's what we need. We've been waiting for this, so now it's there. CPS created a CACs, their community action councils, that engage the community to have some input on what CPS should be doing, but they really didn't consider it and didn't really implement a lot of the ones that are going on. But it's something that we need to revisit and start reviving it to make sure that we keep this going and that we have community engagement.